And our city brings us right here to Fliptastics Gymnastics, right in Fitchburg, across from the 99 restaurant. And with me, we're privileged and pleased to have our guest, David Thompson, the president of World Federation Parkour.
World Freerunning Parkour Federation, WFPF.
There you go. And so it's exciting for you to be here today, Dave. Tell us more about the evolution, the conception, and of course where we are today with parkour.
Thanks, Glenn. I'm excited to be here too because this parkour is a grassroots sport. So one of the reasons it's different from any other sport is that you don't see Shaquille O'Neal coming out and meeting athletes all around the world, and playing with them and hanging out with them in their own environment. So parkour basically in French it means the path or the way through, it started out as parcours de combattant, which is a warrior's path, and it was started out as a French military training, that was in about 1903. And in the early 1990s, it was taken by a bunch of kids in the suburbs of Paris, and it was turned into what we now know as modern-day parkour, which is basically going from point A to point B in the most efficient way possible. If you add in free running, which is kind of the sister sport, which is becoming more and more synonymous with parkour, it's adding a little bit of creativity to it. So you find an urban environment, you get a point A, you go to point B, whatever's in your way, you go over, around, or through as efficiently as possible, using your momentum to increase your efficiency. And then if you want to throw in a little style, that's called free running, and that's when you throw in a little flip, a little personal style, a little of your own personality into it. And today it's now the fastest growing action sport in the world. Last spring it passed skateboarding on Google Trends, so I think it's here to stay. Years ago, when we started the WFPF, myself and my two partners, Victor Bavine and Francis Lyons, the people that laughed at us. They're like, it's dangerous, and nobody's gonna do this, and it's not gonna stick around, and it's here to stay.
As a parent, of course, those are the first things that came to my mind watching it for the last 5 years or so. The Hububble was just last week in the city of Boston. More and more folks, young people coming out every day. Of course, on the trend of physical fitness for young people, this is something that doesn't cost anything per se. You can do it outside, you can do it inside. Of course, we're enjoying the New England weather right now, so we're in a gym, but certainly can be done outside, as it was evidenced last week in the city of Boston. The Red Bull Art of Motion, Art, of course, of Motion at City Hall Plaza in Boston just a couple of years ago. Incredible stuff, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it originally started for outdoors, but we've been hearing a lot. If you have a 5-year-old kid, you don't want them out jumping on cement. So one of the largest groups of people that are doing this now are 5-year-old to 12-year-olds. And the parents want a controlled environment, and that's why a gymnastics gym is perfect for that. One of the things that we've done to help grow the sport is we just formed a division. We just formed a division of WFPF called USA Parkour, and that's usaparkour.org, and it's to meet the demand of parkour in a controlled environment like this.
Now, I've seen all ages as well, Dave. So we just talked a little bit about young people, but this goes right up to adult level.
Yeah, I mean, we have parkour fitness classes. So the oldest person, we had a 72-year-old woman that was doing parkour fitness classes. We have parent-kid classes. I mean, there are parents that come and watch their kids do it, and they, they want to join in, and it's something that's natural. I mean, people feel like they can do it. Our philosophy is kind of this parkour is something everybody can relate to because we all have 2 feet. A lot of the things that these young people do are things that we all did as kids, and we just started undoing them, and they've just continued to do it. So it's something it's something that we all do, and we can imagine doing it. We dream that we do it, and this just brings it back to real life.
Now, as president, obviously an international sport, really. We've seen so many videos posted from as far as the Slavic countries to Europe to South America and, of course, North America and the United States, now Canada. Truly amazing, Dave. What's Dave Thompson's role in the future here?
Oh, I mean, we have so much going on. I mean, our role really is we try to listen to the community. And for example, the community asked for a cheap parkour shoe, one that was affordable, that was less expensive than a $138 shoe that you get at the store. And so we developed a shoe called the KO. It stands for No Obstacles, KNOW Obstacles. And so that was, you know, one of the things. We're developing TV shows. We had a series on MTV called Ultimate Parkour Challenge. We're developing another international series that we hope will you know, get off the ground. We have just released on usaparkour.org an insurance plan. It's the first one of its kind, basically to insure parkour programs in gymnastics facilities and multi-use facilities. We manage the top guys in the world, probably the top 35 athletes in the world. We're planning our own live competitions, live events, tours. So I mean, our hands are so full. Education, we're trying to bring it to schools, high schools. I heard on Monday that Massachusetts just dropped boys competitive high school gymnastics. There are only 3 states in the United States that still have a boys competitive high school gymnastics program, and parkour is really something that can come in and fill that space, that hole. And you know, kids, they think it's cool. So
I agree. The last sort of chapter in this particular interview, military, police. I've seen the professional aspect of teaching and training in parkour. That's exciting as well.
We are involved in training certain people that I'm not allowed to talk about, to tell you who they are, because we have to sign papers saying we won't tell. But it's, you know, I mean, it's the way that people naturally move. So it's the philosophy of fight or flight, but parkour really can be used whether you're fleeing from a situation or if you have to catch up with somebody who's fleeing from a certain situation. And just more than that, I mean, it's the thing that drew myself and my partners to parkour was the philosophy behind it. And it's something, it's one of the only sports that I know of that really, it's a kind of a pro-social movement. It has a positive philosophy behind it. It's something that's, I think, very necessary in the world today. And the young people that I meet that are doing this, I mean, they know the philosophy, they live the philosophy. It's about being positive, it's about being useful to society, about being kind, and you keep in shape at the same time. So that's to me the best thing about it altogether, is that I've had so many people that have come up to me that have told me that parkour saved their lives. So if it, you know, if that's what it is, then I'm all for it.
Truly exciting. We're blessed and privileged to have you here, David Thompson, again, right here at Fliptastics Gymnastics for a visit in our city of Fitchburg. Stay with us. We're moving on to the Art Museum, and stay tuned to FATV Channel 8 for all of your community television.
And for more information, you can go to www.wfpf.com.
And there you have it.
Thank you.
Stay with us.